What's good, YouTube? I just got done taking a fat ass shit. But I was gonna save this video for another day. But somebody was asking. It's dark as fuck, so you're not gonna see me even though I'm white as hell. I should be bright right now. I don't know why my skin color tweaking. But anyway, you ask, you shall receive. This is my opinion on psychedelics slash some psychedelic stories. I have a lot, but I'm gonna get into it anyway. Let's do this, y'all. So the only psychedelics I've done was acid and shrooms. I've done acid 2 times. So I'm just gonna get over with the acid stories. I'm getting shrooms. I've done shrooms way more. So the first time I ever did acid was low-key ass. I mean, it wasn't really a bad trip. I wasn't really like tripping visually, but I was fucking bussing. But it was just I was chilling with my friends. I was buzzing. We were walking down the street. I took my shirt off. I was screaming, ah. Anyway, the next time I did it, I'm not really going to say where because I don't want y'all to expose my location. I don't want no pedophiles fucking me in the booty hole like y'all say I would get done in jail, which I'm very aware of. I'm very happy I didn't go to jail because I know I would get raped in jail. I'm not dumb. I know the outcome of somebody like bro, look at me. They would love me in jail, bro. They would love me in jail. Anyway, that's besides the point. So when I did acid, the next time, it wasn't really any body high, but I was fucking tripping. Bro, everything I saw had patterns and everything I looked at was fucking. It was crazy, bro. It was amazing. If you're doing drugs, I recommend you switch to psychedelics because psychedelics are just a better high than any pill high or cough syrup high that you could ever get, But anyway, time to talk about shrooms. I love shrooms. I think shrooms are amazing. I've done shrooms several times. I've done microdoses. I've done 2 extremely heavy heavy doses. One video I talked about it. That was a movie theater video. I don't know if it's still up, but if it's not, I basically did too much shrooms, had a bad trip at a movie theater with my ex-girlfriend, left her there, and then she broke up with me. But I don't give a fuck. Fuck that bitch anyway. That pussy nasty. I didn't need to expose her like that, but I still did. But I don't care. I don't care. But anyway, so the other time I'm going to tell you about like the craziest trips I had, and I'm going to go into the more tame one. Or, fuck that shit. So I did shrooms in school a few times, like quite a lot actually. I've done shrooms in school like 4 or 5 times. And do I regret it? No, not at all. They were very nice trips. One of them was pretty intense. I hit a car. My friend got me a hit of vape. As soon as I hit the vape, it was a nasty ass vape. As soon as I hit the vape, turn around, fucking threw up. Oh God, I fucking threw up. But anyway, shrooms. I wouldn't say do shrooms in school, because not everybody is a functional junkie or slash drug addict like me. I was doing very high doses of DXM, walking around school, going to all my classes and shit. So shrooms wasn't really nothing crazy because I'm used to getting extremely fucked up and wanting to get really fucked up in school. And I also don't care, bro. It's fucking high school. Nobody gives a fuck. And people already know I was doing drugs. So it's not like, oh yeah, look at him. He's like a little off today. No. They looked at me. They were like, oh shit, he's off today. He's standing up straight. He walking faster. This motherfucker actually a normal human. That didn't last long. Right back to the next day. I was back to me. Anyway, all the other trips, they were tame. Basically every trip, I was like tripping a little. It wasn't any like crazy visuals. When I was looking at a book, the words were like all falling to the side of the page and they would leak down. It was really weird. But the next big trip I had, it was a bad trip. It was my first bad trip. So I went to my friend's house that I overdosed at. This was way before that. And my friends I already did shrooms in school that day, but it wasn't really hidden like that. They were like, "Oh, you're gonna trip today. You're gonna trip today. Like you think you were tripping ever? You think you've actually had a trip? No, you are going to trip today. Trip? No, I did not trip. I fell. You want to talk about a plane trip, bro? I was an astronaut. I was doing more than intergalactual traveler, whatever the fuck that word is. I was going to a whole nother multiverse off the shrooms. Anyway, so it was like 8 grams of shrooms. A lot. That's a lot of shrooms. And there were some good ass shrooms. And we mixed it with the orange juice too, because if y'all didn't know, orange juice does make the shroom high like more intense. It does make it last like not as long, but it makes it more intense. So it kind of like evens out on the effects, If you want like a shorter, harder trip, drink a lot of orange juice and lemon juice. and something with whatever vitamin that has in it, because that'll really boost your trip. But if you want to have like a more tame, longer trip, just eat the mushrooms like normal and just wait. But what I did, I like getting fucked up, so I drank the orange juice too. Because as soon as you drink the orange juice and you're off shrooms, you can tell the difference. I'm not even gonna lie to you. You can feel that orange juice. Orange juice ain't never tastes better. Oh God, it ain't never tastes better. Oh, I also tripped while doing DXM, but that wasn't nothing crazy. It was just like hella colorful and shit. But anyway, um, so yeah, I took the shrooms. I was waiting for it to hit, and then when they started hitting, I was having a very cool trip. Then I started turning like, I don't even want to say autistic. I started turning into like somebody with like autism and Down syndrome, because they were playing like some like basic trippy shit on the computer. I was like, drool all falling out of my mouth and shit. I looked ugly as hell, but I didn't really care because I was tripping balls. I already am ugly as hell, but I was looking hideous. But anyway, and then my friend had some Cairo syrup, and he mixed it with some green dye because he was going to because like I had promethazine at the time. He was going to put them in and start selling some fake lean. If y'all don't know, Cairo syrup is just like, it has like the same type of consistency as cough syrup. I don't know what people actually use it for. All I know is the people that I know that use it are using it to cut drink. And that like drink is like lean, that's like promethazine, codeine, promethazine, just like any type of cough syrup that's like codeine / promethazine. That's what drink is. I don't really like it. It's way too overpriced in my opinion. But anyway, this is the psychedelics video. So back to the story. I do be yapping a lot. Anyway, back to the story. I started the trip. I was going retarded and shit. And then my friend had the Cairo syrup. He was like, then he put that shit in a cup. I was just like, taking sips because he was like, yo, just try this shit, see if it tastes good. It tasted all right. It wasn't nothing crazy. It tasted all right. I was tripping, so I didn't really give a fuck. I just wanted to drink something that was liquid because, I was thirsty. And then this motherfucker tells my one friend, yo, you got any lemon juice? Because lemon juice, like I said, enhances the trip. Tell me why this motherfucker gets a lemon juice bottle that's like damn near full, right? No, that's not the issue. The issue is my other friend all into my cup. Then he was like, drink. I was like, I don't want to drink. That shit nasty. He was like, drink it. I was like, I don't want to drink it. It tastes nasty. I don't like it. He was like, drink it. And I was like, and I started drinking it. That shit was ass. I basically drunk like damn near just lemon juice mixed with Cairo syrup, bro. That shit was not good at all. That shit was fucking nasty as fuck. I don't like lemons. I don't like anything sour. I was drinking straight sour ass juice. Was it worth it? No. I started having a bad trip after this. But anyway, I finished it. You know what I'm saying? Still tripping very hard. I can't tell you like really, or whatever. We're just going to get to it. And then while I was tripping, started feeling sick. You know what happens when you start feeling sick off shrooms? You throw up. So I go to my friend's bathroom, and I throw up. I thought I got it on the toilet. No, I got that shit everywhere, and W Mans, he cleaned it all up and shit. Very W Mans. He said he wasn't going to ever do that shit again. I can't blame him. I'm not mad at him. That shit was nasty as fuck. But anyway, my fault. It was a notification. So then I came back to the room. I was still having like a really bad trip. And then there's this video, you can find it on YouTube. It's like the regular show Drawing Pilot, and it's like these two gas station workers, they take acid, they start tripping. That video kept on replaying in my head over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. And I just would not stop talking about it. I'd be like, bro, I feel like these motherfuckers when they were tripping balls. I feel like these motherfuckers when they were tripping balls because I was fucking tripping balls. Craziest trip I've ever had by far. Sucks that I can't really remember too much of it. But then that was like before I had to go home. It was like 20 minutes or something. So I was just like keep on going through that loop. When we got in the car, I was tweaking. So I was trying to take my one friend's phone because I thought it was mine. I was like move around in the car like a dumbass because like it was very fast. Bro, we weren't going fast at all, but that shit felt like I was in a fucking NASCAR race car going as fucking fast as it can, plus fucking fire exhaust in the back using all of its fucking like turbo boosts, bro. I felt like motherfucking Lightning McQueen in that hoe. We was whipping some mom car. We probably weren't going over fucking like 40, but it felt like we were going 1,000 miles per hour. But, when we got to the crib, my crib, then they were like, bro, you gotta lock in. Let me show you what I did. So this door is gonna is going to be like the car door. So like I said, I was tweaking and shit, right? I was not locked in at all. People, what I did. People, what I did. Granted, I wasn't like if you really looked at me, you would tell that I was walking very weird for me because I don't walk like that at all. I was extremely I was like a businessman walking into that house. Went straight to my room, didn't turn on the lights. Bad idea. As soon as I laid down, started having a real bad trip. The only thing I was thinking about was people just screaming at me. The whole house was just screaming at me. I was screaming back and shit just in my head. You know, it was all bad. People were talking shit, everything. Checked my phone, it stopped. Put my phone down, all that shit started happening again. You know, just hella people talking shit, screaming, all that shit was really bad. Then I fell asleep. That's really all. So basically, my opinions on psychedelics, they're great. I recommend you do psychedelics, of course. Like, I mean, I would wait until you're like 21. I really wouldn't recommend doing any substance before you're 21, just because, like, I mean, really 25, because that's when your brain is like really developed. But you know, you do you. I mean, I say if you're like my age doing drugs now, switch over to psychedelics, bro. You shouldn't be 16 years old or younger popping pills. You shouldn't be like 35 popping pills. You should not be like trying to get high every day, no matter what age you are. It's really bad. It's a bad lifestyle to live, but it's cool. We all go through our own struggles. And if you're doing drugs, at least you're not a fucking alcoholic. I think alcoholics are the lamest shit to get addicted to. But anyway, I'm very out of breath. I fucking smoke a lot, as y'all can see, and I vape a lot. It's really bad. But that's the next thing I'm trying to cut after probation is nicotine. But anyway, I like psychedelics. I think they're very good. I just feel like you shouldn't do too much psychedelics. If it's your first time doing psychedelics, I would say start off with smaller doses, then very slowly, you know, eat like maybe some more. You know, I'll start with like a gram. You know, if you want to trip a little more, take like a 0.5, wait for that to start hitting. You know, you still want to trip more, take like another 0.5, wait for that to start hitting, you know what I'm saying? Just slowly go up until, you know, you're very secure with it. You know, I would say I can't really recommend having bad trips because, like, you can't really control if you have a good trip or bad trip. It's really based off your environment. So, but I feel like everybody should experience one bad trip at least once. Because once you have your first bad trip, you know when you're having a bad trip or not. And it's very easy to, like, be like, okay, I'm just tweaking. None of this shit is actually happening. I'm just tweaking. I need to calm down. Now, it's very hard to calm down when you're having a bad trip. But anyway, once you already had the bad trip, it's like way more easy to handle because it's not like you're not tripping balls. It's just like, why do I feel like this? Why do I feel like this? Oh, what the fuck is happening? It's cool. It's calm. Once you have your first bad trip, you know what a bad trip is like. So the next ones aren't nearly that bad. But I think psychedelics are amazing, especially in lower quantities. You just shouldn't overdo it. You shouldn't really overdo any substance because, you know, that leads to substance abuse, you know, leads to bad stuff with the drugs, all that stuff. But I like psychedelics. I recommend everybody to try psychedelics at least once. If you're like smoking weed and stuff, for sure, I recommend you try psychedelics. Yeah, that's really it, bro. You know, like I say, every video, y'all stay safe. If you're doing drugs, stop it. If you're smoking nicotine, stop it. If you're drinking, stop it. Only thing you should be doing, smoking weed, doing psychedelics. And I plan on smoking DMT when I'm 25 at the latest. Y'all know what it's time for. Come on, get a little. Nah, what you doing? Why you getting so far away? Nah, get a little closer. Get a little Anyway, y'all have a good rest of the day. Have a good night. If it's nighttime, sleep well. Peace, y'all.